Ladies and gents, this is my last evening in Baku, Azerbaijan, and I was walking to what I thought was the Caspian Sea. The Caspian Sea, I believe, is like the biggest lake in the world. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. I haven't actually Googled that. Could be very, very much wrong. Alright, so anyway, I was walking along and I come across these beautiful buildings. How gorgeous, hey? And right over there, behind those porter cabins, look like there's some rusted out tanks. I don't know if there's a cover charge or not, but let's go check it out. Okay, Military's Trophies Park, this is the name of the place. And I think you got to pay something. It probably isn't that much money, I'll pay it. So I'm in the trophy park, alright, and it costs local people 89 pence to get in here. And if you're a foreigner, it costs you £4.45, okay? Yeah, it's not going to kill me or anything, but I kind of hate places that treat foreigners differently. Why should we have to pay more? It's bloody racist, isn't it? Anyway, I have a great opinion of Azerbaijan, and I'm not going to change it. But, you know, everything you see here, everything here was captured. It was captured or abandoned or destroyed. These are all Armenian tanks. Yes, so let's go have a look and see these tanks. T-72, they still have them today. A Russian tank. All Armenian. Wow, they're very proud of their war with Armenia. And actually, to be honest, there is now a place in Kiev, or Kiev, however you pronounce it, where they have captured or abandoned, destroyed Russian tanks. And I do hope to visit that place one day. Whether the war's going on or not going on, I would like to see it. That'd be a little bit more interesting, I think. But to be fair, there's plenty to see here. And look at it. They're not bad looking flats. I imagine those are flats, apartments. Not too bad looking, to be fair. Now, as far as I know, there's not really anywhere in the UK that we have a whole park of, you know, captured tanks, abandoned tanks, destroyed tanks, or anything like that. However, there is one bit of interesting history. If you go to Trafalgar Square and you see the 4 lions, they're made out of cast iron, and that would be from captured cannons of the French in the Battle of Trafalgar. Pretty interesting, eh? Not everybody knows that. We were recycling a long time ago. Now I'm going to ask somebody, but as far as I know, there ain't no World War II tanks here, which would be a shame, you know, which is a shame, because that'd be pretty interesting as well, because at the beginning of World War II, or not the beginning of World War II, but when Hitler decided to turn on the Soviet Union, Operation Barbarossa, it would have started off in Belarus, the border of Poland and Belarus, and then he diverted troops over here to the Caucasus to get the oil. So yeah, but they probably recycled all those tanks a long time ago. So here you got decommissioned weapons, sniper rifles, machine guns, mortars. And over there, it's just a flimsy little gate. Could you imagine having that in the UK or somewhere, you know? Like, I mean, people could easily break in here and convert those weapons up again. So I don't know too much about the Azerbaijan-Armenia war, but I know it was going on for a long time, and Azerbaijan won the latest conflict, and I think that was because they had superior weapons because they were getting supplied by Turkey. Could I be right? I don't know. Anyway, correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. So when you see the Jeep and the artilleries and the armored carrier vehicles and trucks and tanks and everything you see here, they've all got a story to tell. Somebody was once driving them, somebody was once using the weapon system, and probably a lot of them are no longer with us. And like I pointed out in a previous video, there is no litter on the streets. You do not have to worry about the people from this country polluting the sea or the lakes or anything. Not with plastic, at least. So here, my friends, is the Caspian Sea. And I got to tell you, even though it's by the river or it's by the lake, the air does not smell good. I imagine there must be some oil fields pretty close to here. But maybe I spoke too soon. Okay, can you see the sludge over there? That's probably an oil spill, and that's why it smells a bit. And more of it over there. My friends, that direction, that is Kazakhstan. So this is just a pedestrian crossing, an underground pedestrian crossing, but look how clean it is and the beautiful pictures. Amazing. Awesome. So it's got that old Soviet style to it, but something tells me this building, this underground thing, is a more recent development. Something tells me Baku is really getting developed. They're way ahead of the game. And I'm in this mall, but what the hell am I doing in a mall? I hate malls, even though this is a lovely one. I hate them. I'd rather not do the high-end malls. And if you've been watching my videos, I got one from 48 Hours in Kuala Lumpur and another one from Hong Kong, and I checked out some pretty cool malls there, but I'm not even a mall guy. Don't know what the hell I was doing there. I was just checking it out. I don't know why. Same thing here, I guess. Those young people over there just lost a wad of money, but I found it and I gave it to them. They did say thank you. That was it. How you doing, buddy? Can I get a drink, please? Have you got a draft beer tonight? Of course. Okay, yeah, one draft beer, please. Yeah, I'll take a bottle if that's what you got. Thank you. Okay, so I think I'm downtown somewhere in Baku, and I'm going to try some traditional food. You know, I got a Bolt, which is like the equivalent to Uber. I got a Bolt over here, and cab driver was over the moon because you pay cash, and I didn't have enough. I didn't have the exact change, so I gave it to him all as a tip, and he was over the moon. And I think it's only about £1 or whatever, but my fare would have only been £2, so I tipped him about 50%. He was over the moon. So the rumour is this place is good. What do you think, little cat? You probably had some of the leftovers. Is that place any good? Yeah, you're probably getting the leftovers from what people don't eat. Alright, let's check it out. And this lovely waiter has brought me my food. Thank you very much. This is Turkish food, yeah? Okay, awesome. Thank you very much. Shukran. So it's basically just a lamb shoulder with mashed potatoes, and that could easily be an Irish dish, 100%. Okay, so the food was okay where I just come from. I don't recommend it. ChatGDP did. Okay, I saw better places, but they weren't tourist places. It was by that shit old hostel I was staying in. But I was already full. I'd already eaten. Okay, but by that hostel I was staying in, they had proper Azerbaijan food, and all the police officers and regular people were going there, and you know, they weren't stupid tourists. Okay, so that place, too touristy. And now I'm trying to find Finnegan's Irish Bar, and some guys like said, yeah, down the stairs, down the stairs. You'll probably never see me again. Fuck that shit. Okay, all right, I am going to where I'm supposed to go to. So I love my Irish pubs, but that is a bit ridiculous. This is very touristy. I can't believe I'm doing this. Let me ask her opinion. Sweetheart, am I being a little bit of a stupid tourist? What do you think? Yeah, I thought so. Who gets a lift for an Irish pub? So the place I just come from was called an Irish pub. It said that out there, you know, big bold letters, Irish pub. And everyone told me it was Finnegan's Irish pub, but they probably didn't know any better. Okay. ChatGDP told me Finnegan's Irish pub is the place to go to. Okay. That place I just came from was a bit crap, if I gotta be honest. And supposedly there's a good reason for that. I'm glad I investigated a little bit further, because that isn't Finnegan's. So let's go to the real Finnegan's right now. Okay, so now I have found Finnegan's. I might be an idiot, but I'm refusing this guilt tonight. I'm probably an idiot. So I never thought a day in my life would ever come when I refused fairly decent looking women for sex, and I have been tonight, you know, because they're basically escorts, I think. But women have been just coming up to me and saying, I want to have sex with you. And I'm like, okay, hang on, you know, and yeah, they're escorts, and yeah, I'm not interested in that. Guys, you've got to come to Baku because you need. Yo, this girl was almost. You almost offered to pay for my taxi. She is amazing, right? Girls are amazing here. Got to come to Baku, Azerbaijan. So, OMG, I was so glad to leave that one regular Irish bar, supposedly, and go to Finnegan's. But Finnegan's was a mistake. There were so many escorts there. So many girls just coming up to me, blatantly coming up to me. Nothing like Thailand or anything, where at least they're not so obvious, even though they are obvious. Just coming up to me and asking me would I like to have sex with them. And I told them, you know what, I'm too old. You know, not for that. You know, I want something meaningful. You know, I'm not paid for fucking sex. Maybe when I was young, but not anymore. So last night was a bit messy, and my head was really hurting this morning. I got to tell you, all right, it's the strangest thing. I imagine because this is an Islamic country, okay, working girls have to go to regular bars to apply their trade. That's my guess, because I went to an Irish bar to have fun and not to get hassled, and I was getting hassled so much by like escorts everywhere. All right, anyway, okay, hope you liked the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing, and I'll see you all on the next journey.